Eddie Nketiah ripping it up, according to Guy Havard. He did very well indeed, didn't he? The match ball and the man of the match. Paul, you wanted to see performances from players that have come into the side. 9 changes tonight. Safe to say you got what you wanted?
Very much so. Credit to Arsenal. I thought, I think the name of the game is when you've got a team coming from League One to the Emirates playing against a Premier League team, you want them to get back on the coach or the train and they go, wow, they're good. And I think that they tick the box tonight. I think, the players of Sunderland will get back on the train or coach and go, they're good players. They're good players. Because it's when you watch them on the telly, it ain't the same. But when you go and play against these players, they're a cut above. And they were a credit tonight, Arsenal. The credit, people take it for granted, but they have to turn up. A lot of them ain't going to be playing Boxing Day. They're not. We've seen it with other teams this season who have gone and played, teams have made changes and haven't performed in certain competitions. So, tonight it was a credit, and his hat-trick was a very, very good hat-trick, a Kevin hat-trick.
Well, let's talk about a Kevin hat-trick. Very much the proximity of where he finds himself on the pitch. He talked about the assist from his teammates. But there seemed to be a sixth sense to the way that Nketiah went about finding space in the right place at the right time.
Yeah, I thought he's very modest there, and I just had to be in the right place. But you've still got to do what the hardest part of the game is, and that's put the ball in the back of the net, and it was an incredible hat-trick. Yeah, this is simple, but look at the reaction from him. He doesn't stand still. A lot of players will stand still there. He's not. He's on the move. It's a good save from the keeper, but Nketiah in the right place at the right time. We said that before the game. He'll get you goals. Here again, I actually think this is really clever movement. Watch what he does. He doesn't get in the eye line of Doyle. He hangs back behind him. Then he darts across him, gets that little flick across the keeper. Look at here again. Doyle's looked at him there. Then at some point he needs to look at the ball. Nketiah is out of his eye line. Great ball across. Gets across the defender, as you teach any player, any striker, get across that first man and just try and get something on it, and he does it to perfection. So, he's doing himself a bit of an injustice there, because that's an incredible
best for last for you?
Yeah, great counter-attack again from Arsenal. It was time after time this evening. He's just hovering. He's looking at getting to the build-up of the play, but ultimately when this is an incredible ball by Smith Rowe here. But look at him bursting again, but he holds back. Doesn't get in too early, and then bang. Now, for me, it's undefendable when it gets into the box, because I think the defender's doing everything right, but the only way you can stop it is maybe by fouling. The build-up's good. They're patient. To be fair to Sunderland, they got bodies back, but this is the key to the goal, really, the defence splitting pass. Great play from Pepe, isn't it? Denver Hume probably won't be want to see that again.
Denver Hume had
but here, I think that's undefendable. I don't know what you think, Merce. When you look at it from this angle, this is the best one. I think the defenders got him, but it's just a magnificent finish.
And the ball as well. The ball's on the other side of the defender. Defender can't get it, but great finish. Great hat-trick. Great hat-trick. Even the first one, I know he's there. He's the only one there to tap it in. There's an art to that. People go to me, oh, yeah, it was an easy... No one. He's not pushing anybody out.
You make it look bad being in the right place.
He's not pushing anybody out the way to get there.
Yeah.
For me, they're your bread and butter goals. Them ones, that goal's a special goal. The other ones are your bread and butter goals. If he goes on and gets 150 goals in his career, 100 of them are going to be like the first one.
We heard him talk there, and he talks about just wanting to play football. Given the Aubameyang situation, Lacazette's out of contract. Eddie was asked there about his contract situation. Is he in a position now, between now and the end of the season, take out the possibility of what might happen in January, of being a first choice in a league side for Arsenal?
I think that will be up to Arteta. I think in training, I think that this is a bit different today. No disrespect to Sunderland, it's a League One team. This is not the Premier League. But I liked his interview. He was honest. He said, I have been offered a contract, but I want to play football. My advice to be a 53-year-old who was here for 14 years, I'd say stick here. Stick here for 2-3 more years.
Even given the age that he is?
Yeah, he's a kid. He's a kid. He's got plenty of years left. He'll only get better and better. I think this is a place, you weigh it up, you go somewhere else, you probably go to a bottom half Premier League team, you're sitting playing on scraps, working on scraps, going away games, not even getting a shot on target. You've got to weigh all that kind of stuff up. I know he wants to play football now, of course he does. There's not a lot of 20-year-old kids leading the line in the Premier League at the moment, and that's the way I would look at it. I would look at it that way. It's easy for me to sit here and say that at 53.
That's the benefit of hindsight,
exactly,
isn't it?
exactly. But as I would say, for me, this kid's a good player. He should have faith in his ability that he will be a star for Arsenal. Just stick around.
Pepe was also had a very, very good game, tormenting Denver Hume down the right-hand side. But he was also in amongst the goals. And again, Paul, it seems to be a key factor of the way that Mikel Arteta's turned this season around for Arsenal. The wider parts of the pitch, they really are dangerous from, aren't they?
Yeah, they are, but the thing is his confidence. Though his confidence. Look, Cedric wants to make that run. You know, at the start of the season, first 3 games they lose, no one's making them runs. Everybody's getting forward now. You know, this was Pepe's 9 out of 10 game. You know, I want to see next week he gets 7 or 8 out of 10, and that's what's been happening. But today, outstanding. I mean, the left back will he'll probably be having nightmares. You know what I mean? He'll do well to sleep tonight, the poor lad. But he's come up against a £70 million player. You know, and
I suppose the cynic would say he should be doing that more often than he
should. You should. Of course you should. But you know, that's the thing. He has to. I said at the start, you know, he's got to be 7, 7.5 every week, not 9, 4. You know, he's got to be consistent, and that's why he's not in the team at the moment. And the youngsters have taken him over.
Pepe heavily assisted. Chad Patino, Paul mentions youngsters, 18 years old, scoring on his debut for Arsenal. Kev, cast your mind back to your very first goal. How does it feel?
Oh, it's incredible, absolutely incredible. I never scored mine at 18, so I came into the game late. But, you know, to just get on the pitch first and foremost at that age, the manager to have trust in you, to give youth an opportunity, then to go on and have the cheek to score a goal like that is just... I love seeing things like this. I wouldn't be encouraging him to celebrate like that too much because of the knees.
He's got
in the future. Well, he has, yeah. He won't be doing that when he gets
to
28, let's put it that way. But, yeah, credit to the player. You know, it's a dream come true. Sort of took the limelight off of Nketiah, and he's probably seeing that home and thinking, what's going on? But, no, it's great to see. And, you know, as Merce said, off air, he said they've got a great academy here, and you can see that with the players that are coming through. They're getting coached well, obviously. And going back to Nketiah, you know, I'd be the same. I'd sign a contract because things are happening here.
The great thing for Patino as well, just to make us all feel very old indeed, born in 2003, the year of the Invincibles.
Wow. Yeah, I mean, you know, you hear great things with this kid. I mean, and fair play to Luton. You know, you hear he come from Luton's academy, so a lot of credit's got to take them to them. Yeah. You know, he'd have been there at a young age, you know, and learnt the game at a young age there, and then Arsenal have come on and taken it over. But there's some good things happening at Arsenal. We see young players. You imagine if Nketiah gets in the team and then all of a sudden you've got Smith Rowe on one side, Saka on the other, or Martinelli and Smith Rowe dropping back. I mean, them 4 players and the young lad Charlie could be for the next 5, 6, 7 years at Arsenal. This could, you know, who knows? It could be the next Man United.
Does that bring a squad and a group of players back towards the fans? We talk and we hear about the disciplinary issues, of course, with the club captain. So does that mean then, in these slightly choppier waters, that keeps the fans on side for Arteta, given how good a job he's turned this season into? Yeah,
I think so. But I think when you've got young players like I've just reeled off here, comes inconsistency. You know, these players are going to have their great moments and then they're going to have little dips. You know, we've all had them, haven't we? And that's going to be the problem. But because they're local lads and they're young lads, the fans stick with them a lot longer. But it's just trying to get that consistency. I think this season they'll be fighting for top 4. They're in a semi-final. You know, no Europe. Want to get in Europe next season. You know, and all of a sudden in 2-3 years, the lads I've just reeled off there, they have 200-300 games under their belt, or 200 Premier League games, and all of a sudden, this Arsenal team might become the Arsenal again, which we all hope.
You've scored hat-tricks for England's under-21s, but what's it like to finally get the match ball for Arsenal?
Yeah, it's a great feeling, I think. Obviously, I just want to say a big thank you to my teammates, you know. Had some really good assists today, so yeah, I just had to be in the right place. And like I said, it's great to get my first hat-trick for Arsenal in the senior team.
That third one was a bit cheeky, wasn't it?
Yeah, man, to be fair, I scored a similar goal, I think, a couple of rounds ago, but Nico showed a great bit of skill, you know, and put it on a plate for me, kind of, so just had to adjust and get in.
Did you enjoy the oohs and the ahs from the crowd as they watched the replay over and over again?
Yeah, it's nice, man, that interaction, I think, can't beat it, you know. Having fans in the stadium is amazing, and like I said, happy we can go to the next round, and obviously to get a few goals is nice.
Apart from a period maybe just before half-time when Sunderland scored and got back into the game, did you feel it was a really impressive performance tonight by Arsenal?
Yeah, I think to be fair, we all started a bit sloppy at the beginning. Obviously we got the goal, but I think we could have played a lot better in the first half, but you know, we buckled up and, you know, improved in the second half, and I think obviously more goals came with that. So yeah, all in all, I think it's a good display.
You're ripping it up in this competition, aren't you? Is it the aim now to try and transform that form into the Premier League? Yeah,
definitely. I think obviously this competition is the place where I've been getting starts, you know, and opportunities to play. So yeah, wherever I'm asked to play, you know, I'm going to do my best and, you know, help the team. So yeah, I'm ready if the manager needs me.
How desperate are you to play first team in the Premier League for Arsenal?
Yeah, I think obviously I'm desperate to play football. You know, every player wants to play. You know, so all I can do is keep working hard and improving day by day, and I think it will sort itself out. You know, and hopefully I get the opportunities.
Obviously, Arsenal fans watching this, they're desperate for you to stay. There has been reports that you've been offered a contract and turned it down. Is there any truth in that?
Yeah, I think obviously, like I said, I'm just eager to play football. You know, that's my main ambition. You know, so like I said, I'm here, I'm under contract, and as long as I play for Arsenal, I'm going to give my all. And if the manager needs me, like I said, I'll be ready to help the team.
And Charlie Patino as well, scoring. He must make even you feel young.
Yeah, no, it's amazing for him. You know, I think he's a great lad with a great future ahead of him. You know, so yeah, I was delighted for him to get on the score sheet. You know, I think it's a great opportunity. Like I said, this game's to get your debut and impress, and I think he did that today. And
into the semi-finals, it's a competition you can win, and you're in a good position now.
Yeah, definitely. I think that's the aim. You know, the managers, told us that's the aim, and all the players believe it as well. So yeah, like I said, we're in the semis, so hopefully we can push on, and go all the way.
You've got the match ball, and you've also got the Carabao Man of the Match award.